What's up? What's up? What's up? What's going on, everybody? It's your man Dre Mac coming to you again with another episode of the Dre Mac Show, 7:30 in the morning on the middle of the map, Central Time, 8:30 in the morning on the East Coast. And sorry for the delay. Had some technical difficulties, and now that I got those issues handled, we can go ahead and get everything started. Good morning. This is a Tuesday, so excuse me. So hopefully you guys are happy. Hopefully you guys are healthy. Shout out to my man Heavy Gant, the Heavy Gant channel. For that, hopefully you guys checked out the Blurred AF show last night. And oh boy, did we have a good time on last night. We had an amazing time. Very fun, all of that. It was an awesome time. So hopefully you guys checked out the Blurred AF last night. Had a great time. Great time. Let me see who's all in here just in the morning. Oh, Fahim Carter, what's going on? Even though we got 7 people over here watching right now, one is coming over from X, and the rest over here on the YouTube channel. So again, thank you guys for your support. I really appreciate it. As always, this is a little change up from what we did on yesterday. This is why Pedro Pascal will be fantastic in the new Fantastic Four movie, and I got some comparisons that I'm going to do. I'm going to show you guys why I believe Pedro Pascal is going to be fantastic and why he's going to change the game as far as Marvel. And I know he's being compared like he's going to be the new Tony Stark or whatever. I'm gonna show you why he's going to be even darker. If they go the route that I'm thinking, he'd be even darker than Robert Downey Jr.'s Tony Stark. So again, I thank you guys for tuning in. Don't forget to hit that like button. Make sure you get the likes up. You know what I'm saying, on the show. And let's go ahead and get this thing off. You know how we do it. But the real question is, all right, all right, all right, all right. And again, thank you so very much for tuning in to the Dre Mac Show. Let's talk about, well, first thing I want to do is mention how trash the All-Star game was. I don't know. I didn't talk about it last night. I don't know why, but I'm kind of done with the NBA. And I know this is a little off subject, but I'm kind of done with the NBA until the playoffs come. I watched a piece of the All-Star game and people was just throwing up shots. And I was like, you know what? I'm out. I'm out. I've been out on the NBA, but yesterday made it even. I mean, this weekend made it even worse. I didn't want to watch it. There was no reason to watch it. I mean, these dudes ain't even playing. Like, why would I want to watch? Well, why I could go to the Y and see a more competitive game than what I see, over on, hold on, I'm sorry. What I seen on television. And I don't watch that. That's trash. I don't know if you guys are still into it, but I ain't doing it. Nah, I'm good. Junior Network, what's going on? Tracy Wood, what's happening? Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. But if you out on the All-Star game, put it in the comment section below, because I'm not gonna lie, I can't do it. I can't do the All-Star game. I don't know about y'all, but I can't do it at all. And I wanted to talk to Blue about it. I don't know if BKG was really into it, but I wanted to talk to Blue about it so bad because I was like watching 5 minutes of it. And I'm like, dog, this is trash. This is trash. I done seen 2 crackheads have a better game than this. And that's honest to God's truth. And they playing for free. But let's go ahead and get into the show. So I've been watching a lot of people, say Pedro Pascal. I don't know why Marvel hired him. I think he's oversaturated. I don't think he can act. He doesn't look like Mr. Fantastic to me. Yada, 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 yada. That's all I've been hearing. So I wanted to prove something. You know, Pedro Pascal is an amazing, amazing actor. I loved him as Joel in The Last of Us. Um, I actually liked when I went to go watch Wonder Woman 1984. I watched it for Pedro Pascal because I thought he was amazing. The voice, he acted, everything. I thought it was amazing. I did not watch Wonder Woman. Wonder Woman 1984 is garbage to me. It is not a good movie at all. And I love because Pedro Pascal was so over the top and it was so good. And I want to say Pedro Pascal, he wasn't in Game of Thrones, was he? Uh I'm not for sure. It only okay. So I'm gonna give you your. I'm gonna let you have that. But the only reason why John Krasinski was not gonna come back as Reed Richards because John Krasinski makes his own money. So that's one of the reasons why John Krasinski was never gonna come back. You know, The Quiet Place. That's his baby. You know what I mean? He's a legitimate writer and director in Hollywood. You know what I mean? Yeah, he was a Game of Thrones. Yeah, that's right. He was a Game of Thrones. It's still amazing. You know what I mean? Like I said, Joel in The Last of Us was amazing. You know, but and in The Mandalorian, you know, he's in a helmet and he's still better than half of the dudes that write and act. But again, John Krasinski is a legitimate writer and director. That cameo was, you know, in Multiverse of Madness. That's all it was going to be. He knew he couldn't. He's not dedicating 10 years of his life to the MCU when he makes his own money, when he's his own boss. He ain't got to sit up here you know what I'm saying, and get a script from writers who have no idea about the character. And at least John Krasinski knows about the character. But I'm gonna show y'all something. You know, and I like the fact he's getting work. I mean, people's out here getting work. You know what I mean? That's right. He was the person that got killed. That's right. That's right. But I like the fact he's getting work. And yes, he's getting these roles, you know, that's in your face because, again, he's under the Marvel, Disney. I mean, he's under the Disney umbrella with Star Wars. But I want to prove some stuff because at first, the first argument was, well, he doesn't look like Reed Richards. He doesn't look like Reed Richards. I'm like, if you go by the original look of Reed Richards, which you know how I do. I always got some. I don't want that. What is that? I don't want that picture. You know, I always got some type of receipts because I want to be able to pull from looks that I believe, you know, that would fit Pedro Pascal, and I'm going to go into the acting and why Pedro Pascal is actually the perfect person because, you know, there's all these other Reed Richards, the Council of Reeds, all of that. Let me show you real quick. So I'm going to show you. So for what the rumor is that he's going to be stuck in. He does have a nerdy personality. Ultimate Fight Fans on YouTube. He does. He's intelligent. I'm getting excited because I personally like Pedro Pascal. You know what I'm saying? I personally do. So I'm going to fight for him. What's up, Wonder Woman? What's going on? So I'm going to personally fight for this guy, and I'm going to show you why I'm fighting for him so hard. Number one, I'm going to show you if they're going to go off of the look of the 1960s. This is a look from the 60s. I forgot the name of the actor. I pulled this picture, but you can literally cut his hair, have the full beard look from the 60s. If you're going to do 60s, give him some gray sides, and bam, there you go. That's a 1960s Reed Richards look. Now, I'm going to go to another slide. This is 1960s Reed Richards, the way that he was, you know, kind of portrayed in Marvel Comics during the 1960s. This is kind of an updated version, but this is the way that he looked. I believe this look, for one, is wrong for his face, for Pedro Pascal's face, because just because of the it's going to compare too much of the Maxwell Lord look. But I think that this is the wrong look to have. Let me go to the next slide. And why I'm going to tell you this. Pedro Pascal this is what Pedro Pascal will look like with his hair curly. Just like I said, picture Joel on The Last of Us, but with a better haircut. You know what I'm saying? What's up, Pam? What's going on? What is going on? And Wonder Woman, yes, he is a phenomenal actor, phenomenal talent. You know what I'm saying? He is an emotional talent too. You know what I mean? So if you gave Pedro Pascal this look, which you have seen Pedro Pascal with this facial look before, this could work. This guy, I mean, the way that they drew him. But remember, this is an artist's interpretation of a character. You know what I mean? So, of course, you know, Pedro Pascal got a little weight on him. You know what I mean? So, of course, he's going to be way big. You know, he's probably going to be a little bigger than this. He might slim down. I don't know. But since he is filming parts of The Mandalorian, I don't see him slimming down to the point where he's super, super duper skinny. But I don't see him buff either, if you get what I'm saying. So let me go to the next slide. This is also a look that I feel like Pedro Pascal can look. If we're just talking about the aesthetics, and the reason why I'm talking about the aesthetics is everybody kept saying Pedro doesn't look like a Reed Richards. Well, again, which artist interpretation of Reed Richards are you looking at? And this is another look that Pedro Pascal can pass off. And you know why? This would be amazing if he passes off. He looks like he can play that aristocrat, very smart, very intelligent, but very troubled version of Reed Richards. Reed Richards, especially in the newer comics, is like Tony Stark. He tries so hard to be able to not only protect his family, which is Sue, Johnny, and Ben, but he knows so much and trying to protect the world. He takes a lot of the weight of the world on his shoulders and tinkers with the multiverse. You know what I'm saying? And all of that to try to save stuff. So he can literally be his own worst enemy. So again, this look, this professional doctor, you can have him troubled. He can. What makes Pedro Pascal so unique as a character actor, just like Eddie Murphy, he can act with his eyes. A lot of actors cannot act in emotion with their eyes like Eddie Murphy is the king. To me, Eddie Murphy is the king of that. You know, Pedro Pascal acts with his eyes, his facial expressions, the look. He doesn't even have to say much. And just like in what this Pedro Pascal signing reminds me of is when Mark Ruffalo got recast as Bruce Banner. And I can legitimately see, you know, Mark Ruffalo's Bruce Banner and Pedro Pascal with more of this look working extremely well together. And again, this character has to have that flaw, especially if you're going to go with the other element, which you see in the thumbnail, and that's the tinkerer. He has to have a little disturbance, a little doing too much, not arrogant like Doctor Strange and Robert Downey Jr.'s Tony Stark, but be troubled because of how smart he is and how much he's tinkering. All right, let me go to the next one. Again, this is more of like, you know, I don't like this haircut. I mean, this is a newer age haircut, but again, the facial hair and everything, kind of, you know, but I can't see him with that hair. But again, I can see this being a look. This is most definitely another look that I can see him with. Again, the way that I'm looking at the character, you know, and especially his portrayal of it, is a guy who's trying too hard to save everybody. You know what I mean? And this look also, you don't have to have him look like a 60s, like a complete fresh-faced 60s character. You know what I mean? You don't have to have a fresh. I don't want him to go fresh face. Honestly, I don't want him to go fresh face because I think that will take away from what you could build here. And this look is another 60s look. And I did just pulled up 60s, you know, 60s facial hair. And this is another look. I don't like the mutton chop, the gray mutton chops, but I can see that. You know what I'm saying? And of course, this look, which this to me is why people was fan casted not Pedro Pascal, but was fan casted John Krasinski, because this literally looks like a Reed Richards. You know what I mean? And this also, I think this is the last slide that I'm gonna use. But this look also, big facial hair, very thinker, metaler. You know what I mean? Almost borderline crazy. You know what I mean? Almost, in the middle. You're right, Fahim. He hits harder as a older character. So this look, and again, go back to Joel in The Last of Us. You know what I mean? Go back to Joel in The Last of Us. Joel in the Last of Us start off as this gritty character. The more he was with Ellie, the softer he got. You know what I'm saying? And the more he started meddling with stuff that he shouldn't have meddled with. He should have just delivered her off and, hey man, whatever happens, happens. If she's secure, she's secure. You know what I'm saying? But he started to love her like his own daughter. So he started to do things that you meddled along with the time, with her and what she's supposed to do. I can literally see, Pedro Pascal, making sure that his family is taken care of and all of this, but he sees what's going on in the multiverse, and he sees all the things that can happen. And Pedro Pascal could be able to go in and start doing some, in the vein of Ellie, because it's love and all of that. Dude, it's I'm telling you, I truly believe that this could be amazing. And I believe Pedro Pascal is literally, golly, let me do this, is literally the perfect person. Oh my God, I hate when this does this. Perfect person to do this. Oh my God. I feel like I'm breaking the fourth wall with Deadpool. But yeah, and Narcos, yeah. Yeah, and I haven't seen Narcos, but I heard that he's amazing in Narcos. But again, he's supposed to be Nathaniel Richards is supposed to be a descendant of Reed Richards. So you have the council, just like you have the council with Kane, you have the council of Reeds. So yes, and plus we need that dark side. We need someone who can be able to play the dark and light versions of the character. And I believe Pedro Pascal can hit both of those tones, as a character. Now, CBR posted an article that I'm gonna share with you guys, and I want to see what you guys think about this article. But Pedro Pascal, that's funny. I had to wipe the camera. It was acting a fool. Give me just a second. Let me do something real quick. Let me get this out of here. Whoops. Hold on. Let me move this here. All right, let me share my screen real quick. Now, CBR says that why Reed Richards is the biggest threat to the MCU. And me personally, I can see this. I can most definitely see this. And I'm going to tell you, let's get into it and tell you why. But did I miss somebody? What's up, Gray? Julia, people forget Pedro hasn't led a huge box office, so he's everywhere as people think. So he's on television, or we can see, or streaming. He's more on streaming than he is. And yes, he's never led a big box office film, but that's why I think he's perfect. You know what I'm saying? Because he does have that small. When you're on the small, what I do like about people who move from the small screen or streaming over to the big screen, a la Jonathan Majors, is because you get your. If you're playing roles where you have to be able to be emotional and you're not just playing one note characters, you be able to be more diverse in your acting. And what you need for Reed Richards, if you're gonna do Reed Richards, especially uh Avengers, New Avengers, Jonathan Hickman's Fantastic Four, you need Reed Richards to be all over the place. You need him to be. You need him to be so smart, it's damn near deadly. That's what you need. So let me go. Exactly, Dr. Carpenter. I think I missed you. What's up, Rashad and Roberta? What's going on? Good morning to y'all. Thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, so let me get to this article and let me see what you got. What you guys think. All right, so Doctor Strange and Multiverse of Madness introduced several new themes and concepts and characters to the MCU, to the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Most notably, and perhaps most highly anticipated, was John Krasinski as Dr. Reed Richards, the smartest man on Earth and a leader of the Illuminati. And we found out that 838 Reed Richards wasn't so damn smart because he kept giving away everybody's secrets to Wanda Maximoff. You know what you can do, Reed Richards? Shut the fuck up. No, I didn't like Puma Lee. What's up? Good game. Hey, good morning. Good morning. No, I didn't like Wonder Woman 1984. I thought that movie sucked. But I like Pedro Pascal as Maxwell Lord. And I believe he was the one who gave an amazing performance. Everything else about that movie. Hell, they used to do it back in the day. Bruce Willis, Bruce Bronson came from TV. Exactly. And I believe that's the way to go. You know what I mean? I honestly believe that's the way to go. And Reed can be Star 2.0 because technically he is that. You know what I mean? But all right, let me kind of full screen this real quick. Get my face out of the screen. All right, so most notably, perhaps. Oh, I already read that. While there have been many versions of Mr. Fantastic before, Earth's 838's Richards brought a very specific and worrying air of arrogance that points to the character's fatal flaw, hubris. Throughout his many incarnations, Reed Richards always possessed the same defining characteristics. He is viciously protective and a workaholic, but above all, he's incredibly smart. Smarter than Resident Avengers genius Tony Stark and Bruce Banner. But he's not smarter than T'Challa. Recast T'Challa. Okay. Smarter. Reed Richards' intelligence could be the most dangerous thing to hit the MCU yet. Kane the Conqueror included. All right. In the Multiverse of Madness, audiences have seen a version of Reed Richards ready to stand by his beliefs and seemingly scarred by the potential devastation brought by interdimensional travel. He is quick to pass judgment, relies too heavy on his experiences, and is unwilling to tackle the nuances of a situation. His overconfidence and black and white attitude get him killed at the hands of another hero turned villain, Wanda Maximoff, or do they? This has been updated on February 19th. The Marvel Cinematic Universe is finally has its Mr. Fantastic. They cast 2025's Fantastic Four movie has officially been announced with Vanessa Kirby as Invisible Woman, Joseph Quinn as the Human Torch, Ebon Moss-Bachrach as the Thing, and Pedro Pascal as Mr. Fantastic. With Pascal taking over the leader of the MCU's Fantastic Four, there is no shortage of fun storylines to explore with this character, including his darker half from Marvel Comics. All right. Can Mr. Fantastic even die? Yes, he can. Okay. He died there. Okay. So in the comics, Mr. Fantastic is nearly indestructible. Though he's torn unders and tortured at the hands of evil Hank Pym, not unlike one of the fans that see in What If. It makes sense that becoming string cheese might not spell the end of Reed Richards. In fact, a Nick's post-credit scenes on Multiverse of Madness would have confirmed he did survive his encounter with Scarlet Witch. This is the same Reed Richards warns the risk of incursions, something his comic counterpart knows too well. And the ultimate, I don't want to read. Oh, okay. So this is what I kind of want to get to here, and that is the Tinkerer. The Tinkerer is somebody that I can really see Pedro Pascal really diving into. So let me kind of talk about this. So in Secret Wars, the finale of the Ultimates, in Ultimates run, and this is why I need Pedro Pascal to come in and have that two sides, Reed Richards and the Tinkerer, the Maker. And this is why. All right, in the Secret Wars, finale of the Ultimates run, a scarred villainous Reed Richards, known as the Maker, after having slowly destroyed other universes, triggers the incursions between Earth 616, the original Marvel universe, and that of the MCU in its own universe, Earth 1610, the Ultimate Universe. Reed Richards, as the Maker, becomes the biggest antagonist in the entire multiverse, more so than Kang, Thanos, or others seen thus far. This leads to complete destruction of the Ultimate Universe, with certain characters finding their way to 616 permanently. The Maker is then taken out by the Molecule Man, Olin Reese, who splits him into infinite numbers of beings and scattered him across a new universe. Although the Maker storyline isn't yet established in the MCU, the other key players in Secret Wars are making themselves known, including the Illuminati and now Namor. After the events of Wakanda Forever, oh God, the Reed Richards from the Multiverse of Madness in the Earth 616 version, the upcoming Fast Fantasy 4 are likely all around heroic, good characters. However, with the revival of the Ultimates in the Maker, the heroes of the multiverse could keep an eye out. Because even if one of Reed Richards turns out to be evil, it could spell the end for everyone. Now, let me drop this. Oh my God, here we go again. Okay, I'm just wiping the lens. So if you're, hold on, I think my lens is just dirty. Sorry about that, y'all. I gotta clean the lens. There we go. So, again, this is why it is. And Gray, have you noticed? And I'm gonna pull this up since you said something about that. I believe RDJ is going to come back for Secret Wars 2. It's just going to be another version of them. But I don't know if you guys noticed. But I'm gonna pull this comic up real quick. And I'm going to start wrapping this conversation up on this. But, you know, they've rebooted, they've restarted the Ultimate Universe in Marvel Comics. So they came out with Ultimate Black Panther. But I want you to see something real quick. And hopefully the screen doesn't. Why does Ultimate Black Panther, which is right here. Who does he look like? Tell me, who does he favor? And to me, he looks like Eldridge Hodge. Or he could look like Eldridge Hodge. And I believe that's the reason why they started to end the E-Viewing run, so you can focus on this run. So when they introduce this new Black Panther, because they will, from another universe, I'm trying to tell you, they will. Because there's going to be no other no more Black Adam films. You could just dump that in the toilet. Eldridge Hodge is going to come over and be your Black Panther. I got a strong. They drew. It's kind of like what they did with Samuel L. Jackson in the Ultimate Universe when they did Nick Fury. Instead of having a white Nick Fury who looks like David Hasselhoff, you know what I'm saying, or Edie White Man, you know what I'm saying. They made him look like Samuel L. Jackson. To me, they're telling somebody, hey, you could go over here and be the new T'Challa. We're gonna have an ultimate version anyway. And that T'Challa, that's the tallest T'Challa I've ever seen in the comics. He looks tall and stout. Eldridge Hodge, is the way he's sitting on the throne, everything. He looks tall and stout. Telling you, but let me get to this. I truly believe, that if they wanted to pivot, I know everybody's saying, Doctor Doom, and like if they pivot away from Kang, which again, I still believe that they're still. Emergency also said they have not changed that title out of Kang Dynasty. And Variety and Hollywood Insider said that Marvel put themselves in a hole by making every version of Nathaniel Richards, a Kane the Conqueror, look like Jonathan Majors. So put him on ice, bring him back for Kane Dynasty. What would be the antagonist of Secret Wars if you wanted to go there and pivot away from Kane? The Maker. Who would be excellent in that role? An evil Pedro Pascal, because he can bring that type of gravitas, that type of because you can have, it's a multiverse, so you can have a good one and a bad one, and nobody's gonna blink an eye. You know what I mean? Just like how they did with Doctor Strange in that 838 universe. You know what I'm saying? Or all the universes where there was a Doctor Strange and there was an evil one. You know what I mean? Just think of the Maker being the main one of the main antagonists. You know what I'm saying? In that movie. I said one of the main antagonists, because if you're gonna do the Maker, you still kind of got to do Doom too. You know what I mean? But I'm just saying, and I can see, and the only reason why they're not gonna do Idris Elba, because he's already in the MCU, from the Thor franchise as Heimdall. So he, even though he would have been, great, they already screwed the pooch on that one by casting him in a role, to me, that he should have never been cast for. This should have went to a white man. I'm just being honest. You know what I mean? So yeah. So that's why I believe that Pedro Pascal will be fantastic, in the MCU and in the Fantastic Four, especially if they go the realm of the Maker. Now, Julie, you asked, what do you think about Captain Britain? He's UK Captain America. I don't really have. I mean, I did hear the rumor that Henry Cavill has been cast in the MCU. They don't know if it's Captain Britain. I know Mercy also said, he could be Captain Britain. I don't know personally, but I don't know. You know what I mean? I don't know. I don't know. Well, yeah, and he's doing Sonic too. And Idris Elba is amazing. You know what I mean? He's amazing. And again, if they wouldn't have cast him, as Heimdall in the MCU and the Thor films, we probably wouldn't even have. I mean, we probably would have something different now. You know what I mean? He could be. What I would have liked Idris Elba to be is Blue Marvel, especially after his performance in The Harder They Fall. I really seen him as Blue Marvel. That big brute. Oh my God. You know what I'm saying? It's just something about Idris Elba, but especially if he's playing a person that's pissed off, it just brings something out that, you know what I'm saying? That's amazing. I love him in Harder They Fall. And again, someone who came from the small screen to the big screen. And I don't want T'Challa Jr. I want him to be, I'm sorry. I want that whole storyline to go away. I want that whole storyline to go away. TV show. Yeah, it's going to be a 6-part TV show. So, yeah. So what do you guys think about Pedro Pascal? Do you think he'll be fantastic in the new Fantastic Four movie? Put in the comment section below. I got a few more minutes here. You can go ahead and ask questions. Put it in the comment section before I wrap this live up. You know what I mean? I didn't want to stay on this all day, but go ahead and put some more comments in the comment section. He was at a different point in his career at the time. Yeah. People just going to, because they're seeing them everywhere. They see them everywhere they watch TV at. That's all it is. I'm willing to give Pedro a chance to prove he could be Reed. I think he is. I especially Andre. You wasn't here earlier, but I showed different slides of different artist interpretations of a Reed Richards that fits Pedro Pascal's look. You know, not the 1960s look. You need a purebred white man, like the one that came from the one that was the original not the original Reed Richards that came out in 1994. That looked like the one from the 60s, the one that they did for the Fantastic Four with what's her name? Near minute with Chris Evans and all of that in it. He looked like the 60s one. We already got that interpretation. You know what I mean? So this would be, cool to move away from that. Yeah, hell knows it's T'Challa Jr. We don't do T'Challa Jr. right now. Who? Did we get the premise of the movie as it stands? I know we have not. And I'm not one of those type of people who go into the leaks and read leaks, even though I got Reddit. I don't go into the leaks. I want to be surprised. Like I was when I watched Madam Web. All right. Would be cool to see Cecilia Murphy as Dr. Doom. That would be awesome. Especially, how well he did at Oppenheimer, how well he was in the Batman series. I think he would be awesome. Reed is my favorite character. I wanted Bill Hader, but Pedro Pascal is going to be awesome. Bill Hader would have been, but I always even though Bill Hader, knows how to do stuff that's non-comedic, I personally still want him to be kind of funny. So, and I don't want Reed Richards to be goofy. I want Reed Richards to be disturbing. Like, you don't know what side of the coin he's going to be on. Yes, recast the child senior. Yes. Who would you cast as Dr. Doom? I would cast the guy who played Caecilius in the first Doctor Strange movie would have been my number one choice. He looks like a Dr. Doom. He was also in the Fantastic Beasts. He took over for Johnny Depp in the Fantastic Beasts franchise. I can't think of his name, but Matt Mikkelsen. Yes, that's who he looks like a Dr. Doom character. You know what I mean? So yes, I would. Is he going to be able to do the dorkish asshole that Reed is? Pedro got a little bit too much suave. What in the newer comics, he's not dorkish. He's damn near on the borderline of, you know what I mean? Like, he could go either way. He's damn near, going either way. You know what I mean? So I don't want that. You know what I mean? I don't want the dorkish. I want what Tony Stark is without the jokes, without completely the jokes. And he would be a balance away from Mark Ruffalo's Bruce Banner. Especially if you're gonna have the think tanks, you know what I'm saying? Bruce, Peter Parker. If they bring back RDJ or Robert Downey Jr. or T'Challa, you're gonna have the two of these people be hella serious, and they need to make him just as serious as the Russo brothers made T'Challa in Captain America: Civil War. So that's just me. I wonder if Galactus is going to look like it. He needs to look like Galactus and not the Cloud Monster. That's what I need him to look like. Dennis for Always Sunny would be a great Dr. Doom. I can also see that. I mean, I need Dr. Doom to be in his outfit majority of the time anyway. Mr. Impossible. Actually, he would be great casting. Yes, he'd be perfect, to be honest. Yes. He had to have some to pull some story. But also, I mean, women are again, I don't want to speak to women, not the women in the house, but women in the house, are y'all attracted to powerful men that don't play no games? Because new Reed in Jonathan Hickman's run, Ultimate Reed Richards really did play. Oh my God. I was reading it like, damn, this dude is not playing. He's not, there's no jokes, there's none of that. Now, Your jokester is the thing. Your jokester is Johnny. You don't need Reed Richards to be cracking jokes, being Tony Stark like. Pedro is a dork toe. Look at him and Oscar Isaac together. I mean, he's goofy, but I don't need that. I just don't need that. The recast is happening soon. Too many great stories for the MCU to give us. Absolutely. Aisha, about to start work right now, but what's up and say hello. I hope everybody. Aisha, thank you just for tuning in. And I know you part of Replay Gang, so I ain't even worried about it. You'll probably really get into this story anyway. So thank you, Aisha, for stopping in. But yeah, any other questions before I get to wrapping this up? And again, Vanessa Kirby, I think she's going to be excellent Sue Storm. I know, people's like she's too skinny, but somehow, some way, that Shuri was in that Black Panther suit, 105 pounds soaking wet. No, yay. And I did too. I just don't know what the role is. We talked about that a little earlier. I don't know if he's going to be Captain Britain. I would like him to now. I would like him to be Hyperion, because you know what I mean. I mean, they got away from, they got away from. I mean, they fired him as Superman. You know what I mean? So I would like for him to be Hyperion. That'd be awesome. I would love for Blue Marvel to come into the MCU, because so we can have the Ultimates, that group with Monica Rambeau and Blue Marvel, T'Challa, all of that. You know what I mean? But we got to see. I'm and this is where another black actor could come in. The guy from oh God, I just did a story on him not too long ago. As a black actor, I think he was in a Clone Tyrone. I can't think of his brother's name. But I was looking at him like, I can see that. Silver Surfer. I still think Keanu Reeves because he doesn't have to do anything as far as physical. I would love to see him as not Joy Boyega. No. He was one of the supporting cast. I just can't think of the brother's name. But I can still see Keanu Reeves. You know what I'm saying? Because he doesn't have to do anything physical. You know what I'm saying? The FF Nation would be cool too. The Kurt Reed and Ryan North run is hopeful and nice. I hope they get that Reed first family in a Superman movie in 2025. So we're gonna get fed. I'm telling you, 2025 gonna be awesome. No, who other Superman do with the dark side? Who the other Superman do? Besides Century, which would be awesome. I wish would be awesome. You know what I'm saying? He dyes hair blind, become the Century. That would be awesome. I actually like the Silver Surfer we got. Lauren Fishburne's boy. I did too. Henry could play the Century. Yes, that would be awesome. Just use all of the Snyderverse casting for the Squadron Supreme. That would be awesome. Yeah, I forgot Luke Cage. Yeah, Luke Cage is T'Challa Senior. Yes. All right, so let me go ahead and wrap this thing up. You already know what's getting ready to come, because he's knocking me on at the door.
Yo, the sign is real simple, B. It says wrap it up. Wrap that shit up, B.
All right, so we got to go ahead. He said wrap that shit up, B. So I go ahead and wrap it up. I thank you guys for tuning in to another episode of the Dre Max Show. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Actually, before that, what did you think about Pedro Pascal? What do you think? Do you agree with me? Will he be fantastic? Here we go again. I got to do something about this camera. But would Reed Richards be fantastic in the new Fantastic Four movie? God, I'm dry. Dry ass lips. Just put it in the comment section below and tell me what you guys think. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Don't forget to hit that bell notification so you can never, ever, ever miss one of my videos again. Until next time, I'll holler at you guys later. Peace and vampire, y'all. Let me get up out of here. Let me put some moisturizer on these lips. Wait a minute. You're telling me the video's over? What? Huh. Okay, I guess so. If you have came to this portion of the video, thank you so very much for sticking to the end. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Don't forget to hit that little bell notification so you never miss one of my videos. And if you really want to, you don't got to, go ahead and follow the social media links that's down below. Until next time, I'll let you guys later. Peace and Bob Hire, y'all. Y'all take care of yourself.